this. Go on then, let's go. Caesar, I know you like that ball, but I've got your main Christmas present here, sweetheart. Do you want it? Do you want your main Christmas present? Do you? No? Oh, I think you might. Look at it. Look at it. Hey, C's, look at this one. Oh, look at this one. Oh, look at that one. Right, we need to put that line a little bit longer. Okay. 2 seconds. Ow, Caesar, you just stood on me bits. I'm trying to talk to the Facebooks. Good evening and welcome back and Merry Christmas. So me and Caesar are out and we are still walking for our 50-mile challenge, trying to raise some money for Warm Hearts, Cold Hands, an amazing charity that is out helping street homeless people through even days like today. So I've also been doing some stories of the streets. So it's Christmas and the last thing I want to do is tell you some miserable story off the street. So I thought, what can I talk about in this episode? It's Christmas special, and do you know what? It's the spirit of people. A lot of people on the streets. I was homeless for 9 and a bit years, and I went to Caesar. Out of that, come on, out of that. Good boy. I went to some pretty dodgy places, some pretty dodgy homeless camps. Now, the thing is, a lot of these camps do fail, and it is normally down to the drugs and the drink and lack of money and all sorts of things related to homeless life. But a lot of the time, these camps start with people just looking after each other and trying to set up small communities where they've got each other's back and they all talk to each other. And some of the best conversations you can ever have are people that have had to do some rough sleeping or have hard times because they've got a story to tell and they understand. And I've been to some places and I've been in a right state, and you know, a lot of the people that have been homeless are also the people that support charities like Warm Hearts, Cold Hands when they're not homeless anymore and they've sorted their lives out a little bit. It's actually the resourcefulness of these people. I wouldn't be able to survive now if it wasn't for things I'd learnt on the street. I'm using tricks that I've learnt while I was saying the beast from the east in minus 28, I think it was, weather in a summer tent with no sleeping bags or anything. And I survived that because of these mad tricks that I learned while I was homeless. And I'm still using those tricks to this day. They're becoming valuable. People are on the street and they're skilled work people. They just hit a really bad slump. They got something bad happened in their lives and they started drinking too much or they started doing too many drugs. And whichever drug it is you're on will grip you if you're depressed enough so hard you can't believe it. And you won't see it coming. And all these people were plumbers, they were firefighters, they're people from the army. They're electricians, they're welders, they're any businessmen. I know people that were millionaires that are now You know, I've met millionaires that are no longer millionaires, and they're on the street and they tell you the stories of the things they used to have, and now they've got nothing but the bottle in their hand. But they do know when they're talking to each other, it's said with a cheery face. Got to record this because I think it's absolutely hilarious. Caesar's just caught our shadow over here, and he thinks it's a giant. Caesar, it's a giant. It's a giant, bruv. You can't get the giant, mate. He's bigger than you. He's a big giant. Leave it be. Leave it be. I know. He's massive, isn't he? He's like 100 foot tall, bruv. Come on. Right, we've got Caesar all hyped up, mate. Hey, hold. Right, that'll do. When you're ready, mate. When you're ready. What foot's not happening? We got balls! They did roll. They did roll. Keep going, sweetie. Thought I'd put a video on. Should we keep going? We're on the last 6 miles, something like that now. Prefer it in the dark, don't we? Hey, we haven't done this one yet. We haven't done this one yet. We're doing all the roads, not just some of them. Yeah. Ow, I did not just bang walk straight into that tree. Yeah, so we've been going for a little while. We've done a few miles. We've got using Strava to calculate everywhere I've been, even though I've forgot to press start a couple of times. I've just done the same route and then took the miles off that, really. Makes sense, doesn't it? Gone. You know, unless the road gets longer every time you walk it. It actually feels like it gets a lot shorter. Come on, come here, baby. Come here, boy. Look at those eyes glowing. So I thought I'd take a quick break in the walk and have a little chat about the charity that we're doing this for, which is Warm Hearts, Cold Hands. And it's a charity which is out finding rough sleepers, not just homeless people, and providing them with everything they need to get themselves through each night. If it's gloves and socks or a warm meal in their belly or somebody to talk to about the things that they've gone through. I know, I've been there myself. I was homeless for nearly 9 years and I've had to rely on people like Warm Hearts, Cold Hands multiple of times. So me and Caesar are out at the moment. Hey baby. And can you just imagine for a second that you've lost everything? Your partner's kicked you out the house. You've now lost the house and you're out and you've got your dog and you keep your dog with you. And you're out for the first time outside. Come, Caesar, come here. Caesar, come. No, your dog doesn't want to be thingy, but you get tired, and you've been out walking since Christmas Day when you got kicked out. So you've had to find yourself a little bit of enclosed bush like this, and find a tree to tie your dog to for the night. Nowhere to go and nowhere to protect yourself and your best mate, and the only thing you've got to do is lay on this grassy cold floor, which is also really not the right thing to do, by the way, and hope somebody eventually comes along and helps you, which is what Warm Hearts Cold Hands do. They help people at their most vulnerable moments. I say imagine it. It's not something you can really imagine, having the genuine feeling that not only you don't have a roof tonight, you don't have a roof tomorrow or the next day or the next day, and as you lay there thinking this is your life now, finding the nearest bit of bush to sleep under. I think he wouldn't mind, to be honest. Yeah, you're still tied up, bruv. Right, come here. Right, we're going to carry on walking, but please, if you can, spare a couple of quid, whatever you can, and donate, so next year we can provide tents, gloves, socks, and just a little bit of a warm heart for the cold hands that are out there. Thanks for watching, and me and Caesar will see you soon. Close to the end now, ain't we, babe? Good boy.